And this is A&B Convo's Wrestling Edition.
Welcome everyone to A&B Convo's Wrestling Edition. We have breaking news here. NXT Releases. We are here for your journalistic review of all of the most I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to get crazy with it.
Yes.
Welcome to A&B Convo's Wrestling Edition. What's up, everybody? We're so glad that you guys can join us on such short notice. So let's see, who do we have up in the house?
Up in the hills.
Let's get some shout outs here. King Swag. What's up, King Swag?
What's up?
Nadia, it's okay if you cannot stay. You've got school.
Hey,
that
Nadia.
is what's most important.
Of course.
But we appreciate you being here. Samantha
Yes.
Poole is in the house. What's
Samantha.
Roderick Strong? Roderick Strong? No. Roderick Gayton.
Okay, Roderick. He got you confused.
Sophie Dopey, Scorpion.
Sophie.
Oh man, we got
Scorpion.
some people here. All right, I love this. We got a few folks here. Arcel World. Samuel Wong. What's up, Samuel?
What's up, Samuel?
We love seeing everybody from all around the
Isaiah
world.
Pierce.
What is going on here? What's up now, Sean Jagers?
What's
I
up?
love it. All right, so let's get into this because as you guys know, Dro, what's up, Dro? Hang on.
What's up, Dro?
Okay, we got a super chat. Sophie Dophie with the super chat right out of the gate. Thank you, Sophie. We're going to get to that in just a second. But before we do, so good to see everybody. What's up, Kenny? What's up, KB Brown?
What's up, Sage?
So as you know, there was some releases today. She does not know any of the names. Now, a lot of the names, it's not a huge swath of people.
No, because you weren't you need to stop what you're doing, come home right this minute.
But we just did a couple of NXT reactions that'll be up and live for you guys tomorrow. And we just said on there that we kind of felt like this is the sweeping out of the black and gold. It's kind of sad. Sophie Dophie with the super chat. Thank you for that. You say there has been a lot of mixed reports about who was scheduled to win that fatal four-way match before Brock got involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are correct. We've seen a couple different things.
Yeah.
So some have said that Big E was supposed to win. And some have said
no.
Bone crusher. And some have said that Big E was supposed to drop it to somebody else.
Stop it.
We did have some thoughts. About that. And honestly, it kind of tied in a little bit to what we mentioned about Big E and Bobby and Kofi. And tonight is the first night on TBS for AEW. So we know that the TBS Championship is underway. Jade Cargill, Ruby Soho. No spoilers. We haven't watched it yet.
No, don't tell us yet.
Nobody's saying anything about that. Who's ever watched it, who knows? But you do make a good point. I mean, whether or not Big E was ultimately supposed to drop it or not, if Brock had not gotten involved, who can really say? The point is that the way we look at it, there used to be the automatic rematch clause, and I guess that's just gone. I guess it's more exciting to have, let's just get another triple threat, another fatal four-way. Let's just get everybody in the mix. Winner is going to, it's kind of sad because Kofi never got his shot again. I know everybody was cheering for you deserve it. Just like with Tamina, but then you have a very lackluster run, and then you get the title pulled from you, and you never get a title again.
Tamina didn't get a run. What you talking about?
Tag team championship.
Tag
team championship. So after a decade being in the business, what can you do? Ruby Soho is nothing. I mean, Ruby, she does fine for herself. She does okay for herself.
But she stepped her wrestling up a little since AEW, but it's still not great.
What's going on, 901 Shogun? Jennifer, good to see you. Good to see you.
We got to get to these releases.
So
you
let's
got to
get
tell
to
me
it.
who they are.
Yeah, we did a couple of NXT reactions. We can't tell you what. You just will be surprised. Thank you, KB. That's our channel mascot, Bone Crusher. We also call her Jai Lee because she's a protector. And as you heard,
She thinks she's protecting us
she
right
heard
now.
something and thought she was protecting us. So, but let's go ahead and get into this.
Tell me.
Yes, Dro, Roman Reigns does return this Friday. We are excited about that because we know that Brock Lesnar.
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah, babe. Tell him.
I don't know. I saw some at the corner of my a little excitement. We'll talk about that. We don't know what Brock is going to do. We don't know what Paul is going to do. We're kind of excited about that. So we will see. We will see what we will see.
So you're gonna tell me? You're killing me here.
So let's get into these. Let's get into these names. I'm going to start at the bottom of the list. I'm going to work my way up.
Okay.
To the people.
Let's go.
That you've never really heard of. So.
Well,
the list is going across the screen.
Mention people we've never heard of.
Yeah, they lost their jobs.
Okay.
So we have some behind the scenes people. We have a coach, Ace Steel. We have some writers, and this is as was reported by Fightful earlier today. Ryan Katz, George Carroll. Apparently, Carroll worked in New Japan Wrestling. Dave Kapoor, who was also known as Ranjin Singh. Referee Scott Armstrong. That's kind of a big deal. I like Scott Armstrong. Cathy Corino also has not been there very long, but apparently she is related to former ECW heavyweight champion Steve Corino. So what can you do? Now moving up the list a little bit. Moving up the list. Hideki Suzuki. You're going to say, who was that? I know you don't recognize that name. He was a part of Diamond Mine. All right, Mr. Bivens. So he was a part of that group.
He was a part of Diamond Mine that just came out?
Well, I wouldn't say just came out, but he was a part of Diamond Mine.
Yeah.
Danny Burch, he was a former NXT Tag Team Champion.
Okay.
And now we're going to move up a little bit to a couple of names. Now, here are the big names, right? The name that is near and dear to my heart because I really like this person. Timothy Thatcher. And we were just asking what is going on with Timothy Thatcher.
That goes with the loss of Tomas's championship because I don't know how much longer we'll see Tomas around either.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
I'm not saying necessarily he'll get fired as much as he won't want. He will want to leave, but I know that hurts you. But I don't think
Timothy was good.
He was good. He
was
good.
Hard-hitting.
He was hard-hitting.
Son of a bee.
And him and Tomas's battle was great.
But then tag team was
I
fantastic.
Don't see him. I think he would have got lost on the main roster, and he doesn't fit into this new NXT 2.0.
There's a problem.
Like they're not into real wrestlers right now and good wrestlers. They're into, flashy colors and bringing in people who remind you of the days that everyone loved, like Braun Breaker. So,
which that may or may not be a reaction coming up. So Timothy Thatcher. Who else do we have here?
That's not the top name you're giving?
Well, no, not the top name. Not the top name. Somebody else that is from an era that we watched in the Attitude Era. Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody. You're damn right. It's me, the D-O-double-G. The Road Dogg, Jesse James. Former member of DX, who was behind the scenes.
Oh, I was going to say, I didn't know he was there.
He was behind the scenes,
yeah,
working with the people. He has been released. All right. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks because we were fans of DX.
Yeah.
We were fans of DX. And then here's somebody else. And this is the biggest name I think.
That had to really suck from Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Like, sorry, buddy. I know we've been doing this for a long time, but.
Now, here's somebody else that we just mentioned, you and I. Like, where is this person?
You and I too.
No. It is.
What?
It is not Queen Latifah. Former NXT General Manager William Regal.
Whoa!
Has been released from his contract in WWE.
I mean, we haven't seen him in a little
We
while.
haven't seen him in a little while.
Wow.
Former NXT General Manager. So the very top.
Wow.
So I now put the question to all of you.
Wow.
Is this, in the beginning of the year, it sucks for anybody to lose their job. It sucks to make it to the beginning of the year thinking that you're going to be okay to lose your job. Now, we know they'll be fine. There are other promotions. We get that. Our thing is we get invested in these people. We like these people. Wrestling becomes a family. So it's tough for somebody to just be like, don't come back.
Right.
Is this, in the beginning of the year, them taking that broom, like we talked about this, are they really trying to get rid of all remnants
of black and gold?
I
feel like they
are.
What
do you think?
I feel like
See,
they
here
are.
we go. KB Brown, rest in peace, black and gold.
Mm-hmm.
The GM era. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
See, and you know, there's more. Now, whether or not it's going to be in NXT or in the main rosters, like, I mean, how much thinner do they expect to make this roster? Because Dewdrop, like she just said, she made a good point. Do we want to see the same people fighting the same people over and over again?
I almost think AEW has a bigger employee roster than WWE does at this point.
Well, I mean, they just took up for another NXT guy, Jake Atlas. So AEW just soaked him up.
Oh, okay.
So are we going to be doing some OMG moments in 91 days? I don't know. What do you all think? Samuel loves the Road Dogg. Who doesn't love her? The Attitude Era DX. I mean, come on now.
Come on now.
Now, okay, so now Sophie asks, who's going to replace the general manager? I don't think, because I was actually surprised that they still had an official general manager in NXT. I kind of felt like they had to, because NXT was kind of the, not the main brand, but it was like, okay, you guys need somebody to kind of show you the ropes. You're young, you're coming up, that kind of thing. You have Adam Pearce, Sonya Deville. Remember that one episode, I think it was Raw, where they went to the door and it said general managers.
Right. We were like, oh, you finally admit it. Right.
But they officially are still just officials. But I don't know. We still don't really quite know what NXT 2.0 is supposed to be. And according to WWE's own statement, there's a continually evolving NXT 2.0.
So they don't know what it is either.
We're making changes. We're making changes. So, yeah, I mean, we're looking at rest in peace NXT Black and Gold. Yeah, this is about Roman Reigns. Well, we will address that question in just a second. We will get to the Reigns, Brock, Bobby Lashley thing at the Rumble. Interesting. Isaiah thinks that they may be all out of money and profit. I don't know about that. Sophie Dopey coming in hard with that super chat. Thank you, Sophie. You shouted up there. We appreciate that. And that's just our excitement. Sophie Dopey says NXT has not been the same since they moved to TV. I thought that was a surprising move when they did that.
I mean, when they did the NXT versus, look at this one. You could do your voice.
This man loves firing people.
Go ahead.
You're fired. Gives me a warm feeling. I enjoy it. That's what he said.
That's what he said. Yeah, I mean, it was so great when it was NXT invading and NXT versus Raw and Smackdown. That was such a great time. And I feel like that the excitement for those who were new to NXT at that time, that everyone was just so on board. I still can't wrap my brain around that they thought it needed to be dismantled and rebuilt up. There was nothing wrong with it.
There was nothing wrong with it. As they said, and Mick Foley, I believe, said this too. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right? WWE, we have a problem. And they think that the solution is just getting rid of people. And I think that's really beyond unfortunate. If John Laurinaitis becomes a new general manager, it would be all about people power. But first, I've got to make a few more phone calls and release a few more people.
I don't know. I feel like feel like they're trying to bring old people back with this new one. And Samoa Joe is going to be released next. Trust me.
Well, there was rumors. There was rumors that this wave of releases would have included Io Shirai, Roderick Strong, like you said, Samoa Joe.
If you let go of Io Shirai, you would have to be really. Come on, man.
Don't shoot me.
Come on, man.
Don't shoot me.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, no. Some releases have happened on Wednesday. There have been releases on Wednesday. Wednesday was called Black Wednesday for a bit because there were so many releases that were done on a Wednesday. But my thing is this though. There's really no such thing as job security really in pro wrestling. Unless you're somebody that the crowd digs, whether you're a face or a heel, and you have in-ring skills, you've got mic skills, like you can cut a promo, and you are putting butts in seats and lining the pockets of the bosses, you don't really have any job security. Now, once upon a time, like I said, we've mentioned this a few different times, in the Monday Night Wars, you needed all hands on deck in WWE because we're fighting for our existence. And now I don't feel that sense of urgency with WWE. I feel like they want to unload the lifeboats and watch this thing sink, which I think is unfortunate. I wouldn't mind Shawn Michaels being GM, but Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels is already working behind the scene.
What up, Jody? Woo!
Woohoo!
It's good to see you up in here, Jody.
I said woohoo. That's funny. KB Brown, we see your $5. We appreciate that.
Coming at you,
chat.
nice
We gotta
and
give
yes,
him
indeed. Hang on 1 second. Get that super chat up in there for KB Brown. Thank you, KB Brown. Nick Khan will be the new general manager of NXT. Okay, see now. See now you're playing. Okay, I'm not gonna say nothing because you did the super chat, which we appreciate. But now you're playing. Okay, I'm not quite sure what's going on in the mind of Nick Khan. I really want to know. I really want to go back to that time that we did briefly a while ago when the McMahons and Triple H did this whole thing on Raw where we were like, we're not doing a good job. We're going to do better. We're giving it back to you. You're now the authority. I don't know what's going on right now. We've been lifetime pro wrestling fans, WWF, now WWE fans. We just like pro wrestling. But when you are deleting our favorite wrestlers, our old school wrestlers, I'm not really sure if there's a point in, I don't know. Do we stick around? Do we stick around and see what happened?
Of course we do. Don't be ridiculous. And there was another.
We got a new member. Is this a new member right here?
Yes.
New member.
Ladies and gentlemen,
please give some special love to our newest member, Eddie Senna. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Or is it Cena? Eddie Cena. Like Paul Heyman. Thank you so much, Eddie, for joining as a member. We do have a special members only video that was part of our recording for NXT. So look out for that. That will be coming to you as well as our other members tomorrow. Thank you very much for that.
Scroll down because there was another chat that we missed.
NXT Dynamite move from, we will talk about that as well.
There it is.
Okay, hang on, Dro. We're going to get to Roman and Brock and all that in just a second. We're about finished with the NXT stuff. No. Samoa Joe Scorpion got rehired by NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Now he got injured.
Yeah.
And had to abdicate the title. But as far as everybody knows, he's still employed.
Yeah, he's out on injury.
Sophie Dopey with that super chat. Thank you, Sophie. NXT was the reason why people first subscribed to the WWE Network in the first place.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. We just watched New Year's Evil.
Right.
Why is it that in WWE, you have to go watch NXT on a Tuesday night to see some hard-hitting blood, sweat, and tears laid all on the line wrestling versus the main roster where things get watered down and dialed down and we just get some lackluster matches, same old. Nothing's really overly exciting. This past Monday Night Raw wasn't bad. And that's a sad thing to say about what was once the flagship show.
Right.
I mean, this show's been on. It's the longest running episodic show in history. And I remember when it first premiered. But NXT's wrestlers, when they put in the work, especially the black and gold people, come on now. Now, that's not to say that the new people aren't good. Carmelo's good. Braun is good. I mean, you've got a lot of good people coming up. But we watched New Year's Evil and we were just like, this is awesome. So, yeah, it's really kind of sad to see what NXT and WWE has become.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what NXT is. Who's going to say war? Who's going to say war games? We'll say it. We'll give it war game, whatever it could be. Ciampa might be the one to leave. I mean, honestly, Ciampa's good, but he doesn't quite fit in with the vision, apparently, of NXT 2.0.
Right, and more than likely, he's not going to fit in with the vision of the main roster. It's, I don't know. I just see him as a different type of guy, just like Thatcher.
Yeah.
No, but that worries me about Dexter. They better bring Dexter up. It would be so smart to bring Dexter and Indy up together as a couple. But they won't. Yeah.
No, I believe Thatcher, let me see. Thatcher has not been, has he been on? Yeah, I'm not sure when he was last, but I think you could be right, Johnny Lee 45. It's been a minute, and I know he was injured, but I believe he was working behind the scenes as a coach, which is good. We do need, I wouldn't mind having Shane back, but let's be honest here. The last time Shane came back, he had Raw Underground, which essentially was an epic failure. He did some nonsensical crap with Braun Strowman.
Ruined Braun Strowman.
Just ruined his character. So I don't want to see that Shane. I want to see old school Attitude Era. I want to see him pop on AEW and say, I bought, like he did with WCW. I now bought WCW. And Vince was just like, that's the Shane that we want. We want to see the shrewd businessman. You're not going to see
him pop up on AEW.
No, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Like, I want to see the shrewd businesswoman, Stephanie. I don't know what Triple H's health status is. And I don't know how he feels about all these releases for the brand that he built. It sucks. And I don't feel like I don't know what's going on. What's up, K-Yoon? I don't know what's going on. I have no clue what's going on. Samantha Poole with that super chat. Thank you, Samantha Poole.
Thank you.
We need Shane McMahon back. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. But I'm saying, go back and watch that video. Everybody, YouTube that video. When the Authority came out, this was probably 2018, maybe? Something like that?
Yeah.
Right? Just YouTube that. And they came out. The McMahons came out. Triple H came out. And they're not learning from their own history.
Right.
They're not learning from the wars of old. They're not learning from just a couple of years ago. And I don't get it. Is this I've seen a lot of things about they may be selling. This may be a whole thing about shedding off the extra poundage. And then I don't know.
Jennifer said it's basically Nickelodeon now. Yeah, we said that. It's exactly what it looks like.
And Nickelodeon's fine.
Yeah.
For for a certain audience, but when you had the black and gold.
And I actually really enjoy having Shane around. I'm not even going to lie. I'm a big fan of Shane.
Mm-hmm.
I hated the storyline he did with Braun. I hated Braun's part and I hated his part. It was so cringy. I would leave. I'd be like, I'm not going to watch this. I only watched it if we had to, but it was so horrible. But I still miss him, and I'd love for them to bring him back, like you said, in the capacity of Shayna Old.
Exactly. What's up, Roland Bird? Now, Jaden, now you're right. Now, as far as COVID goes, it's not going anywhere. Regardless, and there was a comment earlier today that somebody mentioned about the Omicron version, saying you want the Omicron because you get Omicron, you get the antibodies. Yeah, you do get some antibodies if you do get COVID. That doesn't mean you want to get COVID. Omicron may be a milder version in comparison to Delta. It still doesn't mean you want Omicron.
Yeah, we know someone in the hospital right now
with
Omicron,
and it is not good.
That's not good,
right? If you have underlying conditions, the point is, it's still running wild, brother, all around the world. And this is what it is. Omicron is running wild.
Omicron's running wild, brother, like racism.
What do you mean you say racism?
Because you were still doing Hulk Hogan. I was trying to add to Hulk Hogan.
But yeah, nobody wants COVID. Obviously, these guys are recovering, and it's good. We hope that Roman is good. Hopefully, he is 100% on Friday. I don't know. He may not even do anything. He may still be winded.
I should fire you from this job.
Wow.
I want to switch places.
That is hurtful.
You lost.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
The folks are here, and we got another one right here with KB Brown. Thank you, KB Brown, super chat here. In the words of Malcolm X, we have been. Oh, let me go ahead and say this. We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, ever since McMahon landed on us.
Did he write ever since McMahon landed on us?
I added that part. Ever since McMahon did that promo. But it's true. We've been led astray, run amok. And we will go ahead and do what we can to overthrow McMahon by any means necessary.
If you want him to quote anybody else, just put it in a super chat. He pretty much imitates everybody.
And that is facts right there. Samantha Poole coming in hard.
Samantha Poole.
Thank you so much, Samantha Poole. You say Ciampa said if he gets called up, he said he's leaving because he doesn't want to travel.
Oh, I could see that.
He may be traveling home because my man's a two-time NXT champion. He just had a pretty decent brawl with Braun Breaker. We all know the results of that match. Where does he go from here?
Right. He'd be on the list of next releases.
And I said it about Raquel Gonzalez. Where does she go from here? I don't know. Ciampa's been around a little longer, but it's possible a man may not be around much longer.
Yeah.
Which would be kind of sucky. Thank you so much for that, Samantha.
Thank you.
Sophie
Dophie.
Oh, you came in hard, Sophie Dophie. Check that out. Sophie Dophie with the super chat. And you say, do you think this would have happened if NXT won the Wednesday night wars against AEW? Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. But hear me and hear me good. There was no way, as McMahon's theme song says, no way in hell.
No chance.
They had no chance of beating AEW. NXT, even the Black and Gold, was a totally different show.
Yeah, that's not the same show at all.
AEW. Completely different. Mm-hmm. They had no shot.
No.
It was stupid. It was stupid. And they paid for it.
I think they tried to be like, we're going to take our smallest show. We're going to put our weakest show against you. Like, we're going to give them a show. These are trainees. And I think they thought they were going to blow them out.
Should never have happened.
Yeah.
They should never even have it against them in the first. Do not do that. You made yourself look foolish. And because of that, again, like we said, not learning from your own history, because of that, you now switch nights. You now switch the whole brand completely on its head and fire all kinds of people. just take a broom and just sweeping everybody out because of your own stupidity. That's what it is.
Mr. McMahon.
So Khan, McMahon, what are you doing?
I think that's what people really want to see is Khan versus Khan. Can we have that matchup?
I'm okay with that. I wouldn't mind. We need to see a Khan versus Khan. The lies was told. Jennifer Perrin, you ain't lying. Jalen Young coming in there. What's up, Jalen? You got that super chat? Hang on, I got you in here. Thank you, Jalen. Thank y'all so much for showing so much love in the super chats.
We
it really
appreciate
means a lot
it.
to us. It really does. We know it's not easy. We're in a COVID world, but thank you.
I know.
Hey guys, hope everything is going well. I always enjoy the content. Y'all are good people.
Oh, thanks, Jalen.
That was it, Jalen. Thank you.
Much love, man.
Thank you, brother. We honestly have said this so many times, but we can't say it enough. We enjoy what we do, and we try to bring you the best content that we can.
And you know what? Here's the real. So the real is that we are going to watch wrestling anyway. We were watching wrestling anyway. We were excited about wrestling together, and we have a few other people we could share it with. But this, sharing it with all of you, getting to know you guys, getting to know who you like, what you like, your personalities, it's great. We didn't know how much this community would bless us. Like, so when we tell you we're grateful, we really mean it.
No, we do, because you don't have to be here. You really don't. If you're watching AEW, you could be anywhere else. You could be in any other YouTube channel, which is totally fine with us. But you spend your time with us, and we thank you. So
we appreciate it.
And you spend your hard-earned money doing your super chats. So we do not want to take that for granted. So thank you so much. And speaking of super chat, we have another one right here, and I love this name, Dennis the Dijon Mustard Johnson.
That's an
Little
awesome
Dijon,
name.
little great poupon.
Little great poupon.
I love that. You say, who should Braun's first opponent be?
Man.
Wow. I don't know. Wow, that's a good question. Who's ready? We're talking about the NXT Championship.
Right.
Now, we just saw the North American and the Cruiserweight Championship get merged.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'm assuming it's going to be one of someone else that's new because they're not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, who's really paid their dues right now? In a way that
Latino, Delgado, Marata.
No.
You don't think he's going to want another shot at the title?
Well, he was going for Cruiserweight. And
that's true.
So he might want a shot at Carmelo. I don't know. But I think it also depends on who these people are planning on getting rid of. Like, if they really know that there's some other names on the chopping block, is anybody even going to be able to step up? I don't know. That's a good question, Dennis. Who do you think, and who do you all think should be next in line? That's a tough question.
I think we were still reeling from the fact that Tomas lost. That we hadn't even gotten that far. We were still trying to pick our jaws off the floor.
Wow. What's up, Starling Skies? Good to see you. Hi, Starling. A lot of people are saying that Ciampa might go to AEW. And, here's the thing. AEW is getting full. They technically only have 3 shows. And one of them is a dark. They do have many people on their AEW dark. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to pick up a few stragglers here and there.
They have such a big roster, which is one of the things Swole was saying, that there's so many people. It's just so disheveled and disorganized backstage because they have so many people.
It's a lot going on.
Yeah, so...
And a lot of people are expecting Keith Lee to show up this year in AEW.
Right.
That'd be a huge star.
I think Keith needed to make sure his health was 100% before he logged on, signed on.
Oh, for sure. You want to side? You want?
I'm more excited to see his wife. Not more excited. I'm a big fan of Keith, but when's the last time we even saw Mia wrestle? I want to see her wrestle.
It's been a good minute. Sophie Dopey got another super chat in there. Thank you, Sophie.
Thanks, Sophie.
They could have kept NXT on the WWE Network. Yes.
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 Mm-hmm.
There was, aside from greed.
Yes.
There was really no reason to have moved NXT at all. It was fine the way that it was. We all got the network. We all tuned in.
Right.
And we watched it and we loved it the way that it was. If it wasn't broke, why would you fix it? And I don't know. We were really seriously still on the fence with this 2.0 business.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're
it's
just
hard.
sitting here
Change
waiting.
is hard for us.
Especially for me. I do not like change. I have a lot of change in my pocket. I do not like change. Hang on, I saw Pete Dunne. Yeah, you were right, Samantha Poole with that super chat. Pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. Samantha Poole. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to read what someone else wrote. Yes. Pew, 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 pew. Thank you, Samantha.
My thoughts on Cora Jade.
Man.
She's the real deal.
Man.
She's the real deal.
Love. It is.
She's the real deal.
Man.
I like her attitude. She's got the skill set. Obviously, very young. Still has a lot to go in this industry, hopefully. There's no injuries, no craziness happen. But, yeah, I think we're definitely seeing a future champion. And this is somebody that's not afraid to speak her mind and just run somebody's face and take some risks.
Right.
So I think Cora Jade is. I'm not mad.
Breath of fresh air.
Next week, I wouldn't mind seeing Cora Jade against Raquel Gonzalez, just because Raquel feels some type of way about losing that match.
I don't think she's ready for that. I don't think she's ready for that smoke. I think that I see a lot of potential, right?
Yeah.
And I like the attitude and stuff like that. But there's still a ladder that you have to climb, and Raquel's already up here. That's, you know what I'm saying? You have to learn to climb before you walk.
You gotta step to the big dog.
I don't want to see her one-on-one with Raquel. That's just going to put her in her place. If NXT 2.0 let her win,
don't sell it short
over Raquel Gonzalez.
Said it was going to be a win. I'd have said step 2.
No.
You can. I put it like this. It's just like Undertaker, Big Red Evil, and I think he fought. Was it Jeff Hardy, or I forget who it was, and he just wouldn't stay down. He just wouldn't stay down. It's like, stay down, kid. He just wouldn't stay down. He didn't win,
right?
But he earned Taker's respect.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. It's all about respect. You don't have to necessarily win to gain that respect.
She has a lot of potential. I see potential in her. She's not there yet, but
Cora Jade is AJ Mendez. Do not make that correlation. There's only one AJ. There's only one AJ.
Yeah, don't.
How dare you, sir? Sorry.
You okay?
You okay, AJ? You all right? I'm just kidding. You can have Roman. You can have The Rock.
That's our deal.
Can I not? Okay.
You can have Rock and have Roman. That's our deal.
I'm just saying.
I don't know if they're in on that.
Roland says he's been a fan since '93. He likes old school. For me personally, the issue that I have with today's wrestling versus old school, there has to be a fine line. Nobody likes saying that wrestling is fake. Nobody likes that F word. We know what it is and what it isn't, and we're fine with that. The issue that we have is that you kept that air of realness, that kayfabe, to some more than others, right? But what we don't want to see is like you have a feud with Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, and the whole premise of pro wrestling is based on this is real. This is if it all was just a scripted, nonsensical show, then there would be no reason for us to say anything about anything because nothing would matter. So it's based on that reality. We're all in on that. We're fine with that. Now there are things you take us out of, and if you're having a feud, but then you're doing Demandy's Donuts,
right, at the same time,
you're on Instagram chilling on the beach. How then am I supposed to believe in your feud come Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, or NXT? How are we supposed to do that when we see stuff like that? So use some social media like certain people do, like in Twitter, to like goat your person. Do whatever you got to do to keep this feud going.
yeah,
Keep us in that realism. And I think we need to find a line between this and this, which we can do. And it goes back to training.
yeah.
You know, it's this. I think it's stupid that McMahon was like, nobody has. What was it? The online gaming that everybody got banned from doing, Twitch, right?
Twitch account.
So you can't have that. You can't do that, which is stupid and foolish. Do not cut off somebody's revenue.
I don't think they couldn't have it, but if they had it, WWE had rights to it and got the money.
Yeah, that's
like
nonsense.
they wanted their money.
That's
like
nonsense.
You want their little extra money? What is wrong with you?
If you really want to,
But
control
apparently, how many people they started cutting? Then you were like, oh, you are really that desperate for money. Maybe you should have took their Twitch money because dang, you were just.
No, I'm saying if you want to control something, control their social media and that. Don't post stuff that is going to detract from our
I agree with
storyline.
what you're saying. I'm just saying that
You know
they
what I mean?
were penny pitching so bad at the time that we were like, how greedy are you? But then they let go of all these people. So clearly they were trying to figure out how to bring money in, even if it was taken out of the mouths of the wrestlers.
We got another super chat up in the house. Send us to D. Jones Mustard Johnson. Thank you. Now that Roderick Strong is released, we will see all on this video. Wait.
What?
Now, has that been confirmed? Because the information that I have, there was talks about Roderick Strong getting released. Has that been confirmed? Can we confirm that? Can we look that up real quick? Can we confirm Roderick Strong has been released? If that is the case, we already know he's going to be in AEW. We already know who he's going to join. And everybody was kind of waiting on that. But if that's the case, because we know he did, unfortunately, lose his championship last night. So that's kind of a shame. Let's talk about that. Arcel World with that super chat. Who took that title off Mandy? Anybody's guess. That's a little easier. She's done well for herself. But again, if they're getting rid of some people, I'd almost go to Io Shirai. But now I don't know.
Right.
But clearly, Cora Jade won.
I don't think they're taking the belts off of Mandy anytime soon, actually.
The belt for her is job security.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that has a championship on them, that's job security.
And she's TNA. She's pretty. And, Vince, I mean, they get stuck in that, bikini model stuff. And
Virtual hug to you, Samuel. Thank you very much. You gave us a virtual hug.
Thank you.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, straight up. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Raquel. We'll see what happens with Roderick, with Sarai. Yeah, she's capable. I like her, but she hasn't really been used properly, I think, in NXT recently. There was potential, and then it just kind of fell off. So I don't know. So if we give that super chat, super chat to you. Thank you. You say RIP to the Triple H era of NXT with the releases. Can we get a quick two ding? We're gonna do a quick two ding.
Where's the microphone?
It's over there somewhere.
Okay.
For NXT Black and Gold. Rest in peace. There we go. A little Undertaker for you. Because that's how it feels. It sucks. But there's no going back, right? Like there's no going back. So do we continue on with NXT 2.0? Do we see where this goes? Or do we... Because we stopped doing NXT reactions for a bit. We watched it, but we were like...
But even today, like we did it mainly because of Raquel and because of Thomas.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard because, we'll see. We'll take it We'll see. I'll take it as it comes.
Hey, Sophie Dopey got that super sticker.
Thank you.
Yes, Sophie Dopey with this. And for anybody that hasn't or wasn't in our stream the other day, she has a YouTube channel and it's all dogs. So go check her out. These dogs are adorable. They're cute because we have a little fluff ball that is now asleep.
Bone crusher.
But adorable. So go check her out. Give her some likes and some subscriptions because she is awesome and her dog is awesome.
Mm-hmm. So Tony Kaname Kuran says AJ Styles has signed a new contract. Okay, so AJ Styles is sticking around for a while.
Yeah, exactly. So when everybody got cut as part of the Triple H team, this is what we're saying. So it's like goodbye black and gold, hello NXT 2.0. Right. So, hang on. Another super chat. Now this is a good transition. And Dro, we're going to get to you now.
Yes.
So good transition with Sophie Dopey in that super chat. Thank you, Sophie. You say who will face Roman at the Rumble now? Good question.
I don't know how they're going to get out of they're just going to drop this thing with Brock. That's not going to happen.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We have to see what happens on Friday Night Smackdown.
Mm-hmm.
Because if my man is the WWE champion, who's now going to step to, not unlike Big E did.
Right, because he said he's going to be there.
He said he's going to be there. Now, a fired Paul, newly acquired, reacquired advocate.
Not newly according to Brock.
Is now going to face Roman Reigns. What does this mean for the Rumble?
I have no idea. I feel like we won't have more to say about that until Friday, after SmackDown.
See, because my thing is this. We already know who won the Fatal 4-Way on Monday Night Raw. Bobby Lashley is next in line, which we all want to see. We want to see that matchup between him and Brock.
Right.
But this is what I'm saying. Typically you have like one person going against one person. Now you've got 2 or 3 different people coming at you at the same time. And it's a lot to kind of keep track of. And it's a little.
And there was no one of interest on SmackDown to come after him. That is why they did the stupid match they did where it got Sami Zayn in there.
Yeah. And I think Sami probably still wants to get his name into this situation. Let's just see what happens Friday Night SmackDown. Let's just see who shows up. Let's just see what happens. Let's see who says what. Because it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Thank you, Roland. We appreciate you hearing what we're saying. You're picking up what we're laying down. We dig that. So let's talk about this for a minute because we're not going to take up too much more of your time. But the question is at the Rumble, and like Dro Davidian had asked. So what is going to happen at the Royal Rumble? Again, hard to say. Because what the Royal Rumble does bring, which I think a lot of us know, is surprises. Right? On both the men and the women's side. You're going to see some familiar faces.
Well, unless they bring up Raquel sooner, I just can't imagine she wouldn't be in there.
I think she would. I think unless people get fired. Right? We still got a little time between then and now. Assuming these people keep their jobs. I think it's possible.
They are not. I can't imagine them firing Io Shirai. That would be crazy.
But let's think about this for a second. You know that Big E's going to enter the Royal Rumble. You know this. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure the New Day are going to enter the Royal Rumble. Big E, he's probably looking at like, this is my shot. I'm not going to get my rematch. I got to win this thing. I got to do it and get back my championship.
Right.
But what is that going to look like for Bobby Lashley? Because now you've got this match going on. And you wanted the Royal Rumble kicks off your thing to WrestleMania. Like it's I'm saying, like there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
I don't feel like I can. I've learned that I cannot guess what WWE is about to do with anyone.
Nobody can. This is what I'm talking about. Sophie Duffy came in hard with that super chat. Pew, pew, pew. Thank you, Sophie. Who will get called up and released next? Anybody want to offer a guess as to who's going to get called up and released? And I'll tell you what, Once upon a time, getting called up was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm not even sure if you want to get called up.
Now you're worried.
You're worried.
Are you gonna
There's
botch
nowhere that's
me?
safe. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem. At least you're kind of being used on NXT.
Right.
You get called up and you get forgotten about. You get put in with, no, I mean, not that Nikki Cross is bad, but Rhea Ripley did not need that kind of help. She really didn't.
It wasn't help.
Well, don't hate on Nikki.
It wasn't help.
Don't hate on Nikki. Ah! She's not a Nikki fan. I don't know if getting called up is what anybody in NXT wants to do. I think right now, more than anything, I think it's about
if you are
job
from Black
security.
and Gold, you want to be called up because you know that Black and Gold is being swept out. So you're either going to get swept up or swept out.
But you can get called up and you can still get swept out.
True.
Hit row. If you didn't know, now you know.
Right.
I mean, within a week. And where anybody seen Aaliyah? Anybody?
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I thought you said she was she out with an injury.
For what? She didn't wrestle. She hasn't done anything.
She might have wrestled on a dark match.
She's done nothing.
There are other shows.
Is she injured?
Other than Monday and Friday.
Is she? No, that's true. That's true. And actually, Sasha Banks, I think there's an update on her injury, but she did get injured on a house show with Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, she did.
So we're wishing Sasha well.
I know.
Because that sucks.
And what did they say? Sasha's constantly doing comebacks. Wait, go back up to MP. M Pounder 82. Kaylee Ray, next NXT Women's Champion. You know what? I wouldn't be mad at it.
I can see that.
I wouldn't be mad at it. She's good.
I can see that. She's really real good. That's the kind of style that I like. I like that hard hitting. That's what I want to see. Mm-hmm. Right? I don't want to see
like that.
And then you do this. You do this. You get hit anywhere over here, and then you go to the nose. There are these ridiculous training tells that just has to stop. It was fine back in the old territory days when nothing was televised. There were no telephoto lenses. You didn't have a cameraman right in your face. We can see you. Stop it. There has to be better ways in order to communicate with your opponent, to work around certain things. It just has to change.
Or like when you're whispering to your opponent and then you take a little bit longer, then you're like what we can see, you're having a whole conversation in the corner.
It's just, and even if that's what has to be done, then talk to your camera guys. Go to a different angle. Do something else.
That's really important too.
Things have to change in order for us to stay invested in the realism of what we're watching. Mm-hmm. Way too many times we just see this nonsense. Or you're looking like Nia Jax was always looking at her hand. What are you looking at?
You a palm reader.
What did your hand do to you? I'm sensing that I'm going to be released pretty soon. Is that what she's doing?
I'm pretty sure she does not have a Jamaican accent.
I'm pretty sure she does.
Can any of you tell me if she had a Jamaican accent? Because I do not remember that part.
My point is, there's just certain things that has to stop. And this person is, I don't know what that is, but
that's why we're supposed to have, what's it called?
Moderators. Which we'll be reaching out to some folks for moderators.
We need some moderators.
Don't worry, I got rid of the spam. Spam is out of there. Sophie Dophie with not spam, but a super chat. Thank you, Sophie. Title versus title at Mania, maybe.
Oh gosh. We were talking about that. Oh man.
I said it.
He did.
Winner take all.
I don't think they're going to unify the title.
Those straps. Well, I think the problem is because the shows are on different networks. Right now, their contracts may not allow for unification. Right. That's a possibility.
That's true.
If not,
I mean, we have networks over here wanting their own belt. TNT has a belt. Now TBS is going to have a belt. Before you know it, Fox is going to want a belt. You know what I mean? So I don't know that they would be able to do that while they're separated to this degree.
But I wouldn't mind. Even if the belts didn't get unified. Champion versus champion. This is even the peanut butter a little bit. If you did it with over here on NXT, clearly you did. If you had these fatal 4-ways, fatal 5-ways with the guys, you can also do it with the women. I mean, just spread that peanut butter a little more evenly. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Sophie, for that super chat.
Junior Duggan.
We don't need nudity. I didn't see any nudity, but I
No,
got
right
rid of
here.
that person.
The Rock Brock Heyman storyline reminds me of the Great Undertaker Kane Bearer storyline in the Attitude Era. Yeah, for sure.
But again, what made that era so good is that they weren't just scripted all to hell.
Right.
Just go out there, be yourselves. We're going to do some outlandish stuff because we may not have a company tomorrow. So let's just do what we can to give these people the best product possible.
Right. WWE, you want to fire anybody, fire the writers. How about that? How about you just actually let characters get together and work out their character? Yeah, you have some direction, but...
Thank you, Samuel. Yeah, any spam, we will try to catch that. If you see anything, we will get rid of them.
Roman versus Brock versus Bobby. Oh, Dro.
Run it.
Oh my gosh.
Run it. This is
dream match. Are you kidding me?
This is fantastic. Just make it happen. And I tell you what, because people have talked mad crap about Big E, still kind of doing the shucking and jiving kind of thing, just being silly, not being serious enough. Champion, I can say that. You can't say that. I can say that.
I'm laughing at you saying that's ridiculous.
What I'm saying is, I would not mind seeing a more aggressive Big E come up. And he talked it a little bit, but I want to see him book properly.
Big E is aggressive. Big E is aggressive. He was ready to fight anyone. He didn't care about KO and turning him whatever.
To look weaker than he was.
I don't think he looked weak. I think that he stood his ground. But the same way that I'm telling you that the faces like Big E and Bianca don't always get the crowd behind them as much as the heels. Like they don't inspire as much. I don't know how to say it, but
would you be a heel?
Hell yeah, I'd be a heel. I am a heel. No, I'm not.
She's a heel.
Sometimes.
We got you, Sophie. We're going to make sure that the spamming, which I cannot stand, I really hate that stuff. You're also screening as well as because you could release one. Yeah, exactly. Anybody can be released at any time at any point. Still in Hollywood, wait to Rock on the WWE Championship in St. Louis, Missouri. Dro, people have mentioned The Rock coming back.
Yeah, I
The Rock is all about elevating the game. He's all about his Terramana, his Zoa energy, and he's all about elevating the game. I don't, now that things are in motion with this whole Brock thing, and I don't really see. I don't see The Rock coming back until possibly next year.
Yeah,
because it doesn't seem to fit in with what's going on right now. Now, obviously, anything can change in the next several months, but I don't know. It's hard to say. Lacey Evans, Nation of Domination. We are the nation of domination. Pretty love them some Nation of Domination. Yeah, she is. Lacey Evans is gearing up. She is getting back into ring shape. So I'm looking forward to that because I like me some hard-hitting Lacey Evans. Heel Lacey Evans. Loved it.
Go up a little bit to Jody.
Jody? Oh, hang on. Jody had something to say?
Yeah.
I think Dakota Kai will be next to get called up. Or released.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's
or
like...
released. Because look,
you never know.
I don't know if her crazy characters really gotten over the way that they were hoping. And all she's really done is had this feud with Raquel.
And Nikki Cross had the crazy character too. So, I don't know what she would have to bring to the main role.
We're fans of Dakota Kai, so don't get us wrong.
No, I'm just trying to figure out how to fit her into.
But something else needs to happen.
What they're doing with at WWE and on the main roster.
Because she can't get over on Raquel. This is pretty obvious.
No.
So they put that to bed. Where does Dakota go from here? If not from on the main roster, which is possible. And I wouldn't mind seeing her. I don't know if I want to see her crazy character, but I wouldn't mind seeing her on. Where would she fit in? Raw or SmackDown?
I don't know. That's what I was saying. I don't really know. And the rosters are so small that it seems like they're being really picky with who's going to be on them. I could see her chasing the 24/7 title.
Oh, gosh, don't get me started on that nonsense.
Just kidding.
You want to retire something? You want a unified title? Unify the 24/7 championship to the trash can. Unify that. All right? Sick of it. And Sophie Dopey with that super chat. I stopped watching NXT in 2018. Oh. Oh.
You actually missed some really good stuff. Not even gonna lie, because Raquel and Rhea Ripley had an amazing. Even Shayna Baszler and Rhea Ripley had a huge, and I mean it was good. Shirai. I mean, yeah, no, there was some good stuff going on. Actually, that's when Bianca was shining over there. When Charlotte came down to fight Bianca. There was some stuff going on. You should go back and watch those seasons, those years.
We are going to talk to you. So, if anybody that would like to be moderators for us, contact us directly, and we will talk about that because we do need some moderators. Because I do the best that I can, but we do need moderators. We are now doing more lives than we used to, so it is something that we're going to need. You're right, Jody. Anything can happen in the Royal Rumble. That's what I'm saying. Anybody can show up. I'm pretty sure if Dakota is still on the roster, I think she will.
They might need her because they don't even have 30. They're going to have to just bring women from wherever.
They probably bring Molly Holly back.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll see Beth Phoenix again. I doubt we'll see Maurice. But
They'll probably have announcers trying to get in the ring. Females, anybody. Can you just?
Oh, I'm sorry. They're already in the Royal Rumble. They're doing their mixed tag match. Never mind. But they could bring them in if they don't have enough women. You never know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you never know. Okay, is this person back up in here? Wow.
But you blocked them, didn't you?
I did.
Or is this just further were they?
I did. All right. Block them again. So I hope if that person pops up again, let me know. That person that's been blocked. No, it's funny you would say that, Sophie. Yeah, NXT UK seems to be, it's NXT, but they're not really, nothing's really happening with them. So it's interesting that you say that. Dennis, you were down to be a moderator. Thank you, Sophie. You were down to be a moderator. We have at least two. What's up, Braden Moore? It's good to see you. Alexa is teased to be coming back.
Yes, she is.
And I would not mind seeing Alexa Becky at WrestleMania. There is some time to build that up. So, but the question is, what kind of Alexa?
I mean, because as Alexa, the whole point of why it was so good is that she learned to do these creepy and weird movements and to be scary and to throw you off and to go crazy and be aggressive in an insane way that went with her character. If she brings back the old Alexa, none of that new stuff really fits with the old Alexa. I don't know.
And
that would be interesting.
Now, Sophie, you mentioned Mania. Now, because it is a 2-night event, let me tell you how I feel about Mania. For anybody that used to watch WrestleManias, going back to the first one, I mean, obviously you may not be old enough to watch it originally, but maybe you saw a rerun or something. We talked about this a little bit before. WrestleMania, they call it the biggest night of the year. Obviously, 2 nights now. COVID has changed a lot of things. Here's the problem that I have with WrestleMania as of recent. And tell me how you feel about this. You say it's the biggest night in wrestling, right? Once a year it comes around. WrestleMania was an event. If you go back and look at some YouTube stuff, was an event that you brought in celebrities. It was a time when things were more real, than it is now. But I'm saying you really made it feel like this was an unmissable event. You had the singers, you had the actors, you had the pageantry. You really invested your time and your money into making sure that WrestleMania was something you would never forget.
Right.
Haven't gotten that the last several years.
No.
I mean, COVID aside, but even before that, decent enough matches, but it hasn't felt like that.
They don't have the money they've used to. They must not. They don't put the same kind of money behind it.
The Rock's WrestleMania was, they tried and he had the biggest attendance and, things happened because he was there. People want to see The Rock. But I'm just saying, like, the investment that they put in it on that side of things, I'm not feeling it. So I have to see what's going to happen on the road to WrestleMania after Rumble. Even if it's a 2-night event, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know, but I know obviously in COVID things got to be safe and you got to kind of do things a little differently. But I don't know. How do you all feel about that? Do you miss a more grandiose Mania? And I see here we got a super chat by Eddie. What's going on, Eddie? Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you.
You say if they do a winner takes all match at Mania, and I know Sophie, you had mentioned that. If they do a winner takes all match at Mania, does the Royal Rumble winner face the champion of his choice on night 1, then winner take all on night 2? Interesting.
I mean, I think it would probably go something like that if that's what they were going to do. But because I don't think that they're going to mend the belts, like I said, because they are on different networks, I don't think either network is going to agree to not having a champion, a title.
Yeah.
But maybe down the line, if it comes down to that.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, like I said, when you had the women's, before NXT had the women's tag team championship, when you had the women's tag team championship, they had to defend it on all 3 brands. This is what had to be done. And still, it's only one set of women's tag team championships. There's really no women tag teams right now anyway on the main rosters. So I wouldn't mind a unification title, and then you would just show up on both shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, are they willing to give up, especially Fox?
Yeah, Fox would never give up a title.
You know. So
this is about whether USA would be like, we're okay that there's no champion on our show. That's already losing. Why would they do that?
That's an interesting question.
I think now that there's networks involved, it's more complicated.
Thank you, Eddie, for that super chat. Really,
thank you.
Really
we
interesting
appreciate
question.
It.
Anybody else want to take a stab at that? A&B Combos at Mania? Not this year.
Not this year. COVID, like, you know, we that was our intention originally, but we just want to play it safe. And it's with COVID being what it is right now, every other person we know has it, or maybe almost every person we know has it. So we just want to let this ride out.
Yeah. So next year,
no way we're missing Hollywood. If we got to go in a space suit, we're gonna go.
And we will be here for that. Sophie Dopey with that super chat. You got a question? Thoughts on 2-night manias?
I mean, it just seems to be what it is now.
I get it. Why they did it during the, the Thunderdome,
right?
And the COVID thing. Unless, and I know there was talks about if things get worse out there, they might go back to the Thunderdome or to some sort.
Yeah.
I don't really. The problem that I have with it is that it just leaves more room for filler nonsense.
Yeah.
That we don't need. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to see Hogan or Titus in a pirate outfit just wasting our time.
No.
So I think more than anything, I want to see action-packed stuff. I want to see, as best as possible and safely, star-studded stuff. But I think you can really fit it in. I think if you have one night, that gives it more of an urgency to be good, because you only got one shot at this.
Yeah.
So I don't love it. I understood it. I don't think it's necessary now.
Yeah.
So,
agreed.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that. But what can you do? Yeah. See, here we go. WrestleMania lost a lot of its magic. It was a night. Exactly.
Right.
It was something that you were looking forward to because you weren't going to see anything like it for the next
Psycho 187er.
Is not must see to me yet.
Right?
It's really not.
It's just
it really hasn't been. And that sucks. For us, it sucked when Taker lost. He had a streak that didn't need to end. There was no reason for it to end.
Yeah.
At all. But can't do anything about that. And the fact is, they had to bring him back the next year to win because everybody was so pissed off about it. That's a fact. Never should have happened, but it is what it is.
Yes.
Dro, you are saying, guys, remember Reigns, Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman, Bobby Lashley, MVP, but a Mania triple threat match for the Universal Champion. It's possible.
I mean, it would be amazing. It would be amazing.
It's very possible. Hey, Safe Emerald Armor, it's good to see you in here.
Hey.
How are you?
Welcome, welcome.
We got a super chat from Dennis D. John Mustard Johnson. Better when it was all one night instead of two. Yeah. You really have to put all your eggs in that basket and make it unlike anything you're going to see. Not just this. Don't put filler. Don't give us nonsense.
Yeah, there's
That's
so
one
much
thing
filler.
I like about NXT pay-per-views. It's just
There's no filler.
action-packed.
AEW too.
AEW, yeah,
They're
for real, they
action-packed.
do. It's action-packed. Mania that's my concern this year. I have concerns. So if The Rock is involved next year, he likes to have his hands in the whole creation of things. So hopefully that Mania will be good. But
and then The Rock will buy WWE. And it will be the best show you've ever
is
seen.
anybody looking forward to the XFL next year?
I just want to see what they do.
Is anybody looking forward
Jen
to that?
Thompson. What's up,
How
Jen?
are you, Jen?
How
It's
are
good
ya?
to see you. You got that super chat.
Pew, pew.
Jen Thompson, good to see you here. Hope Sasha gets better and returns in the Rumble and wins or live. Okay, we can't take bets on the Royal Rumble yet, but we really do. I hate to see Sasha injured. We know she's had some issues in the past. But yeah, question is who's going to come away with that win on the women's side of the Rumble?
And how many injuries can Sasha have before she's like, do I really want to keep doing this? I mean, sometimes when people are prone to injury and they're out like every couple of years, every other year, I mean, they cut their own career short.
Yeah, it's a shame. We know she's trying to get involved with acting and whatnot, and she was decent in The Mandalorian.
Oh,
She
for
did
sure.
Sasha has a very specific way of acting. So she was very still Sasha Banks-ish in The Mandalorian. It's hard to describe. We just have to sit down and watch it and I can explain it to you. But we'll see. We'll see what comes of things. We're not even 100% sure. Hold on, there was one more right there. No, we got you. Yeah, you rather one night, 8 hour. Ooh, 8 hour Mania.
8 hours.
Ooh, we can't go live for 8 hours.
We've only been live for a little over 1 hour, and I'm gonna tell you something. It's hot under these lights.
Goodness, you're putting so much pressure on us there, Sophie. But I appreciate that.
We would go live every other hour with you.
Hey, you're almost at 2,000 followers on TikTok, Jody. That is awesome.
That
And
is
yes,
awesome,
we are
Jody.
on our way to 10K, baby.
Baby.
Thanks to all of you. Would not have happened without all of you. And I appreciate that. Roland Bird, Raw, Smackdown need to start taking notes from NXT and AEW. Yeah, well, they won't. They won't. They should, but they won't. If you want to see the ladies get down, and we saw that fight with Tay Conti and AEW last week. If you all didn't see that, please check that out.
Oh my gosh.
Please check that out. That hardcore match was insane.
I can't. The tax. Oh.
But they were not afraid to put it down.
Oh. They were
and
bleeding like some stuck pigs up in that ring.
Loved it. Loved it. I know you can't.
I
do it every
don't love
time.
it. Okay, wait a minute. Let me just get this right. I don't really love the tax, and I don't love when your head is split till the white meat shows, and there's so much blood coming in your eye that she's like going like this, like it's like she was removing brain matter. I don't.
I'm listening to you.
Then watch UFC. That's not what this is.
I do. The point is, you put in some work. You're not doing dancing with the wrestlers. This is not a ballet. Not that ballet is easy, but I'm saying I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I just want to see a good match, start to finish, and just have you go. This was awesome, and that is it. That is it. Dennis, it's good to see you over here with that super chat. Pew, pew, pew. Your guest in this year's WWE Hall of Fame. Well, I know Rikishi has been pushing his oos
Cody
to get
Rhodes?
in there. Umaga. Wow. That's a hard no.
Can you?
That's a hard no.
Cody Rhodes comes out.
So I would not mind seeing Umaga be put in there.
I wouldn't mind that at all. That would be awesome.
I think that would be good.
And then they have the whole family come out to the stage, man.
Yeah, I got to give that some thought because there are so many people that really deserve it this time around.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hard call, but I think
Is RKO, was he already?
who? Oh, Bob Orton?
No, Randy. Randy's in there, right?
No,
He's not in there yet?
no.
I think they should nominate him while he's still
No,
here.
No.
You have to wait till they're retired.
Yes.
Ric Flair came back.
He's retired.
Hulk Hogan came back.
Retired.
Oh, so they have to leave and then come back.
They're on Legends contract, but retired. No.
Jericho?
No. Oh, that would be crazy. Actually. That actually would be crazy. So if you get that super chat up in here, imagine buying a 2-day Mania on pay-per-view. Nope.
Mm-mm.
There's no way.
We find out what night Roman was on,
no
and
way.
that's where our money would go.
Let me tell you something. Pay-per-views back in the day were expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the reason people stopped buying Mike Tyson pay-per-views. They were 1 minute into the first round. Where about $6 go?
Right.
So yeah, no, I
You
could never do
sneezed
it.
and you missed it.
If it wasn't for the network or Peacock, there's no way. There's no way. And I can appreciate AEW still doing the pay-per-view. Not cheap. Not cheap. Especially in this COVID world. It's you gotta no. Could never imagine that. Yes, we did see that. Yes, Safe Emerald Armor. We did see that Alexa Bliss is making her journey back, and we are excited to see what that is going to look like. Thank you guys. Did you hear? I heard that correct. An 8-hour WrestleMania. Yeah, I mean they could do it, but that's a lot. That's a lot. We can never be live for that long. Oh, hang on. Kane Undertaker in Hall of Fame. Yeah. Okay, Samuel. We'll talk to you. Talk to us about moderation.
Yes.
Because we will definitely be needing that. So if you don't forget that super chat in there, thank you, Sophie.
Thank you.
You might be the new super chat champion again. I think
might
you
be.
Got back in there.
We got to compare.
Who will be the first AEW inductees into their Hall of Fame? Cody Rhodes.
Absolutely.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. Second, maybe Young Bucks.
Well, you know what? Hang on, because he's still active.
Oh, because it has to be a retiree. That's nothing too long. We've been on
That's
a long time.
a tough. Yeah, that's.
Give us some time. We need a moment.
I gotta think about that. That is.
It hasn't been around for long enough for anyone to retire.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, it's $60 on a pay-per-view back in the day for WrestleMania. That's what I'm saying. Not cheap.
Not cheap.
Not cheap. And I can appreciate the fact that it's on the network now. Undertaker Hall of Fame 2022. Why not? Why not?
He's already in the Hall of Fame.
Why not? Well, he just retired. I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame yet. I don't think so. I don't believe that's the case.
This is not the first time he's retired. And why did I think he was already in there?
He is done. This is the first. He's retired. He is his career.
Yes, I got it, but this wasn't the first time. This is the final time, and so I just thought that he already was.
Do you still think Bobby thinks about the WWE Universal? No, I don't, Joe. I don't think he cares about that at all.
Maybe Shawn Michaels.
I don't think he cares about that at all. Shawn Michaels would be good. Yeah, they do. They start announcing. You're right, Sophie. They do start announcing the inductees. I think right about that time. So we will see what happens. I'm excited about that. That is it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We had these NXT releases, and we talked a little bit about the state of affairs in pro wrestling. So we're going to watch AEW right now. So we got the TBS Championship. Ruby Soho, Jade Cargill. Again, no spoilers. We're excited about that. We have no words to express our gratitude other than thank you all so very, very much for coming in here tonight on such short notice for this live video. Thank you to everybody that super chatted. You honestly have made our night.
Thank you.
Thank you to our newest members. Thank you to the super stickers. Sophie Dophie, you may very well be our new, once again, back in the number one spot, son.
Yeah.
Super chat
champion.
So Thank you guys. We hope everybody has a really
Good night,
Good
Jen.
night.
Good night,
Safe
everybody.
good night, everybody.
Marcel, Jody,
And if there are more
Psycho,
releases, we will be doing this again. Hopefully there is not. We hate to see anybody lose their job. We know they'll be
well,
fine.
there's no one left on the main roster, so they're not releasing no one there.
Safe Emerald Armor, you are awesome. Everybody in here is really awesome. Nation of Domination, Arcel, Jen, Sophie, Samantha, Roland,
Park
Parks.
Swift. I didn't even see Park Swift was in there. Thanks
Jody,
for stopping by.
Quadri.
Burch,
So
Sandy, everybody. Thank you so much.
honestly, from the bottom of our heart, you guys mean the world to us. And we thank you guys for watching us. That is it for A and B Combos Wrestling Edition. And on behalf of Bone Crusher, you want to say goodbye to the people?
Bone Crusher!
Bone Crusher, you want to say goodbye to the people? That's it for us, guys. Have a good, safe night, and we will catch you all
Next video.
Good night.